Hey Capricorn, welcome to your mid-April 2021 general reading. So this is for the second half of April, general reading. So take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You may get a little, you may get a lot. Be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and midheaven. No, it's a lot, but it all depends on which area of your life you're wanting some clarity around, or you want to get a little heads up about what's around the corner for these next couple of weeks. I'm going to go ahead and take that. All right, Capricorn. So let's see what we've got for you. So what I'm getting is like you may have made mistakes, but the past, what has passed is still progress. Okay. So there may be some things that you maybe have had some regrets weighing down on your shoulders, making it difficult to move forward or move past them. But I feel like change is just right around the corner for you. As long as you're able to recognize and cut yourself a little bit of slack. Cut yourself a little bit of slack here, Capricorn. All right. So we have the King of Pentacles, the Two of Swords in the reverse, and the Seven of Cups here. Okay. All right. So it's like all right. So you may have been dealing with, I almost feel like it's some type of financial, maybe like arm wrestle here. It's like you're really doing your best to fight for your own, what you deserve, allowing yourself to step into a place of wealth. But I feel like there's a need for you to communicate your desires, to stand up a bit higher and taller, to not allow those feelings of insecurity to affect the way in which you show up in the world ultimately. Because I feel like there's a need here to recognize that things do take some time in order for them to get clearer. So even those mistakes that you feel like you've made, ultimately it was helping bring something else, bring a different element in the situation back into balance. Because sometimes we get a little too focused on one thing and that's not where the problem is. So the universe will shake things up in order to redirect our attention. So whether that is a major redirect or a minor one, pay attention to where your focus is being swayed, right? It's like spirit just kind of giving you a little nudge on the chin there because you might miss something. What I'm also getting here is that, the tides are changing. It's like, please don't worry, sometimes it's like during low tide, we're able to see all the little treasures that were once deep within the ocean, right? That were once actually so far from the shore. And sometimes when we're in that space of like the low tide on the beach is where we're in this liminal space where it's like we have and can find all of these little things that get us by and make us happy, as opposed to, and even things that surprisingly feed and nourish us, right? That we don't have to perhaps work as hard for. And I feel like sometimes when we're in a space of abundance, we take things for granted. We feel like we need more than what we actually need. And so abundance is actually being able to have just enough and then some, right? And to recognize that there's a bounty in that. So I feel like if you've been excessive in any way or fearful, and that has turned you into being excessive or obsessive, you're gonna get that redirection. And it may be rather sharp for some, but that's ultimately to help empower you to make the right choices and to stop limiting your imagination into only what you have experienced before, right? And to only for you to experience your life only through the lens of past experiences is what I think I'm trying to say here. It's like whatever you end up paying for or paying forward in some way, I feel like also is going to you'll reap some type of reward, like a doubling of energy. Something will be brought back to you, multiplied. And it'll make you feel really good, but that doesn't mean that that will continue to be the best answer. I feel like, if perhaps you've proven someone right, or you get some validation in a rather, tumultuous situation, that doesn't necessarily mean continue on with it. It's like, cut your losses and accept things while they're good, and then keep moving. Because I feel like there's something that may be alluring, and it feels like you may, won some type of victory, but that doesn't necessarily mean you need to go back into that situation, Capricorn. So be very mindful of that just because something kind of shifts for the better doesn't mean it's always going to stay that way. It just could be the universe offering you, like, here's what you're waiting for. Now go and take it and run off as far as you can, and go build something for yourself. Um, so yeah, and then we have the Five of Cups here at the bottom. And so it's like, you may just be really focused on the things that you've lost, maybe really upset, and that things weren't as you assumed them to be. Things weren't as good as you had hoped they would be. And it's water under the bridge now. I feel like it's time to just kind of forgive yourself, forgive those mistakes that you've made, and just know what you've still got to work with. I keep getting twos. Something about twos keeps popping up. So it could be 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 days. It could be 2 opportunities coming in. It could be, 2 people even, because it's anytime I see it, I'm looking with the cups. So maybe some type of pleasant partnership. And then we have the Three of Pentacles too, which, suggests teamwork, suggests initiating something in the outside world in order to collaborate and find the right resources in order to make a plan, set a plan in motion. So I feel like there's something, and it's like these 2 people approaching this builder with plans. Oh my gosh. Okay. So it could just be, and it's interesting because it's like I'm getting someone who's rather playful, and another person who is very dedicated, very committed to things. And it's like you're over here, you're just trying to shed some light on the situation, maybe hydrate a little bit, carve out some time for yourself, carve out some boundaries, right? And these people kind of approach from nowhere and are willing to offer you something. That is so exciting. Okay. Let's see what else we've got here. It's by far the most exciting reading I've had, I think, for these mid-April readings. Oh, all right. So we have, and then what? We have excitement. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Okay, some other cards jumped out, but I'm not going to take them because that was quite a lot. Okay, so here we have negotiation in the reverse, and we have affair here. All right, so yeah, I feel like you were really trying to you were extending yourself a little too much in a situation, and maybe that's what the mistake was, and you got a little carried away with it. It was something that was just it was a short-term thing, and you thought better of it, but you were like, but what if? But what if? And so it could be having you hesitant when it comes to accepting any other offer that comes in because you're so hell-bent on making that one thing pay off, right? And maybe you're also a little leery in terms of anything that excites you at this time because you feel like maybe there's a certain doubt in your judgment here, Capricorn. And I think Spirit's saying no. No, do not judge your excitement. You go through what you go through for a reason, and sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it takes you asking the right questions about your situation in order to know what is actually going on, because sometimes we just keep asking the same questions, and sometimes we frame ourselves as a victim to circumstance within those questions. So be a good interviewer, become a good journalist, of some sort. Ask the right questions in order to get the story, Capricorn. Here at the bottom of the deck, we have control. There are some things that you simply cannot control because it's in the hands of the divine. It is in the hands, and it has been laid out by your higher self. And we are always in this state of remembering, right? And so it's like there's some situation where you have to kind of penetrate and get into the middle of in order to destroy a certain belief or condition completely. And we enter into that space, and we still have that belief and condition. So we have to go deeper and deeper and deeper into that space in order to finally, find that rebirth and able to, shift our paradigm a little bit and allow us to enter a new space, to enter a new level of opportunities as well as challenges. All right, let's see what else we've got here. So we have the High Priestess in reverse, and I'm going to hold these up in just a second. The Star card and Strength. Oh, yes. Okay. There we go. High Priestess, Star, Strength. So I feel like here it's like, you're not going to doubt your intuition. And I think you're going to pour yourself just completely into something. You're going to get really absorbed into something. And it's almost just like you're calling in luck by moving and working and operating in different ways. And it's perhaps maybe you allowed your intuition to be silenced because there was something you were so focused on, so kind of stuck in, like, it was like a sticky situation where you probably were acted like a wallflower in your own story. And it was like, what? Almost as if you were playing this sidekick energy that you didn't need to play. And maybe you were just someone who needed to be the walls that could hear, that could be privy to a situation in order to know the truth behind something. And so this is no mistake. Make no mistake. Some truth is being revealed to you here that allows you to ultimately see how clear you were this entire time, how clear the way forward will be for this next chapter. I'm not going to say it's going to be without challenge, but you're going to be able to see things in just the right way to make sense of it, to protect yourself, to allow faith to grow and to be built all around you, for you to be in an environment that has faith in you, right? And that is willing to pour and to pour into you and align with you. And so your heart doesn't always have to be in all of these different spaces and to be hurt and broken and rebuilt so consistently. Instead, it's like you're going to be able to live that heart-centered life that you perhaps have struggled to do so because of all of the responsibility, that ability that you take on, and the ways that you have to respond and react to different things, because you are someone who wants to be a provider, because you are someone who has a certain amount of strength that other people wish to possess and wish to capture and perhaps capitalize on. And I feel like, there's something that you need to do. And I feel like there's a great kind of challenge for you to be receptive to, that allows you to fully step into your power, that allows you, I think, in August to start really building something really amazing. That doesn't mean you're not going to start that process until August, but it's going to start falling into place. So the big picture, the aha, what it all comes down to, maybe the major announcement, maybe the people seeing you, occurs during those dog days of summer. And that's a time where a lot of people that are spiritually awakened get a lot of amazing downloads, and it may really be kind of like another grander awakening in which we may feel a bit tired and stuff, and therefore need to slow down but still be very deliberate in what we do. So I feel like there's something about that there. And I feel like there's one big challenge. I keep seeing just this one lone mountain within, like, the star on the strength card. And it's like, all of your past challenges, whatever's really big to you is going to seem so far away, and is actually going to contribute to the landscape of where you end up going in such a way that you're going to be kind of shocked and surprised by the beauty of, like, the great design that is, like, divine timing, that is, like, universal flow. So that feels like a really great reading, Capricorn. I hope that was helpful for you. So please like, subscribe, comment. And, if you'd like a more personalized reading, link is down below along with other goodies there. And until next time, bye for now.